pneumonia. Isn't that?
All right, we're live.
I have pneumonia.
What's up,
I
YouTube?
found a game
It's
called
the ball.
Ultras Adventure
Damn.
on my iPad.
Yeah.
It's basically just these, you just snowboard up and down these mountains, and then you try to anyway, it's.
What's better, that or SSX Tricky?
Or Snowboard Kids.
You didn't play SSX Tricky?
What?
Did you play Snowboard Kids?
No.
Did you play 1080 on Nintendo 64?
No.
All good.
Ow.
1080? You didn't play 1080?
No, on
That's
64
classic.
I played Bond
Yeah.
and Mario Kart.
You didn't play Mario Tennis? That was my
What?
favorite game on
Mario Tennis,
64.
Oh, Waluigi Daisy.
Waluigi Daisy.
Okay. Let's
40 love.
Paratroopa!
Oh, be careful. Little bend.
I wish I could do a good gorilla sound, because in my head I can remember exactly what Donkey Kong sounds like when he aces you.
I know exactly what
I think we have every character in Smash Brothers now.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Oh, dang.
You guys been smashing hard.
That took a long time.
Oh.
I thought I'd never unlock Cloud Strife.
Cloud Straw.
He's really on the look. I couldn't believe it. Freaking Toon Link. Hard as balls to beat. Okay, Andrew, let's do this.
Let's do it. Okay, see. He has an STI, huh? He has an STI, I think. And that's why they're not talking about it. Can't hear it. No. I promise.
Good morning and welcome to episode 6. Three of Down to Dunk. You can find us on CLNS Media, DailyThunder.com, radio 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or of course, anywhere you subscribe to your podcasts. I am Luke. Joined this morning by Andrew.
Same through.
Taylor.
I guess this. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friend.
Once forever.
Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover,
You got
slam
it.
through.
And Jay.
It's Jay.
Hey, we're all back in
Hey.
one place.
We're all back. Hey guys, before we start, I wanted to let everyone out there know that us here at Down to Dunk will be helping out with Thunder Up 3. This is a local benefit where they're raising money for One Day Ranch, and they have a 24-hour live stream of video games. They'll be playing Mario Classics. They'll be at twitch.tv/ThunderUp, and it's going to be today, starting at 7, until tomorrow,
And he's
starting at 7.
and he's saying
Ending at 7.
funder as in FUN, like having fun.
Yes.
Funder.
Tell them the
Thunder
Twitch.
Up.
Tell them the Twitch channel and tell them what time we'll be on it.
Twitch.tv/ThunderUp. And we are going to be on tomorrow morning, starting at either 10 or 11. I think 11.
11.
11.
Yeah.
And we are going to be playing Mario Kart. So it's going to be good. Our friend Callan is one of the guys that puts it on. They do one of these a year. They've done the first year they did Final Fantasy. Last year they did Legend of Zelda. This year they do Mario stuff.
You should, we'll post a link to all that.
Yes, we will.
Post that information on the Twitter.
Yes,
So
we
check that
will.
out. That'll be a lot of fun.
And that's fun. But you know what has not been as fun? Let's talk about the Thunder.
So here's the thing. I've been gone.
Deserves it.
I've been gone. It does. I've been gone for roughly 2 weeks, let's just say. I missed from the Minnesota game until last night. I haven't watched a single one of the games.
Whoa.
Good for you.
Tell me, what is happening?
They don't play defense like they used to anymore. They don't defend the 3-point line. The pick and roll defense is garbage. They've basically decided that with bad teams, we're just going to try to outscore them. And that's what we're going to do.
They're resting on their laurels.
What are laurels?
Well, you rest on them.
And I think that
is
this is not resting on your laurels.
Wouldn't their laurels be their defense?
Yes, this is the opposite of resting on
Resting
So-
on the rules is what they have done for the first 30 games.
Yeah.
I
So
don't think that's right.
Okay, once you take the next hour and
why don't you
Google
figure that
I'll
out
figure
while
it
we talk about the Thunder?
We rest our case.
So
They basically have flipped their identity, where their identity at the beginning of the season was, we can't shoot the basketball, and so we're going to defend at the highest level possible. We're going to execute at the highest level possible on both ends, really. We're just going to miss a bunch of shots. And that's how we're going to beat teams. And now they're making shots. The problem is not
they
offense
shot over
at all.
40% from the 3-point line last night and lost it late.
They were great. They shot the ball great from 3. And they just consistently did not defend the 3-point line. They gave little resistance getting into the paint because Russell, you saw it like toward the end of the game. Russell gambles and gives Lonzo Ball a layup. You can't do that kind of crap. You just can't. This team, they're not good enough to do this kind of stuff. They're not like Golden State can coast and they can just shoot threes and beat teams like this. The Thunder aren't that good. They're not good enough to do this. They're not giving the necessary effort. They're in a lull. They're shooting the ball great, but they're not defending. They're not doing what they need to do. It's not like they had a huge injury. They didn't lose Andre this year, so there's like no like big excuse as to why this is happening. Yeah, stop using your phone, man.
I'm trying to look something up.
Well, don't.
Trying to find out about resting his laurels.
So question.
They have completely flipped their identity. They've lost it. And it's, to me, you lay it at the feet of Russell Westbrook and Paul George. Like, those guys need to step up as leaders of this team and bring the energy. Because they did it for the first quarter. They're up 17. Great. Then the second unit's been awful, too. That's another thing. They've been completely terrible, miserable. Schroeder's been bad. Noel's been out, but he came back last night. He was not good last night. Patterson's been fine lately. He's actually been better as of late. Nader can't defend anybody. Their bench has been so bad, which was one of their strengths.
Sure.
And has been a strength. I think this is just it's a bad patch of this season, certainly. But the effort stuff, it's so last season.
Yeah,
it feels it's
feels
just
like that.
It's a concern. Like, if I'm concerned, I'm not like worried. Like, I'm not. You get on Twitter after last night's game, and it's just a heaping pile of garbage.
Yeah, that's been the joy of not being around.
So, the fire Billy people, guys, the Thunder are not gonna fire Billy Donovan. As many times as you tweet it, it's not gonna happen. So
they've only been bad for 6 games. It's not like it's been 2 months now.
And people are worried.
And this
I
happens.
get it.
This happens.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens in
every
an
team.
NBA season.
Yeah.
If the Thunder fired, if the Thunder operated the way that Thunder Twitter wanted them to operate,
They'd be the Bulls.
they'd be
Or
the
the
Bulls. They'd be the Timberwolves.
Suns.
Yeah, they would be just these reactionary teams that don't really know what they're doing, and they're just constantly in the tank, and not on purpose. So you can't be wishy-washy. You can't be like, man, I can't believe that Billy Donovan's not getting Coach of the Year, credit here, beginning of the season.
Right.
30 games, and man, what a great job. What a great man. Just really respect him.
Yeah, I'm so glad the Thunder picked up his next option.
Yeah,
Next year option.
right. And now it's like, I wish he didn't have a job.
Mhm.
So
We can't do this, guys. Like, just please don't. Like, just don't do it. It's not a good look for you. It's not a good look for anybody.
they lost to
You
Minnesota.
look bad.
They lost to Minnesota. They beat the Spurs, lost to the Spurs. But the Spurs game, the first one
They played great, both of those
was
games.
like the greatest
That was not the
game
problem.
of the season, maybe.
Yeah.
The loss to the Hawks was obviously disconcerting.
Yeah.
because they gave up 90 points in 2 quarters. They scored 45 points in the second and the fourth.
Thunder record in both quarters.
And
That's impressive.
Which is
To the Hawks, who are the 29th ranked offense.
Which for me tells me one story. Just talking total box score vision of how the Thunder has played in the last week and a half is it's effort.
It's effort.
It's all effort. Now the second unit stuff is a real concern as long as Schroeder is still in the slump, which it's been now. It feels like it's been 2 weeks. He had a couple games where he's kind of showed back up. I know he played well in the end of that Spurs game.
Mm-hmm.
And Billy's going to adjust some of the rotations. You already saw it last night.
Yeah.
Terrence Ferguson played in the fourth quarter and closed the game, which he has deserved to do.
Oh, my goodness.
He was shooting out of his mind.
He was great.
Probably one of the best on-ball defenders the best outside of Paul George.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there are things that they can tinker with to help kind of shore up some of those things. Hopefully, and this would be like the 4th podcast in a row we've said this, but hopefully it looks like Alex is getting closer and closer to being back. And as much as he's not a defensive stopper, he is somebody that knows where he's supposed to be, and he's a better player than Abdel Nader.
He'll help. And also, I think here's what I think should happen is that Nader's been better than Diallo has been. Diallo's he's
a rookie. He's proving to be a rookie.
He's a non-factor at this point. If you have Nader and Abrinas out there, I think that you can have some necessary spacing for him because no one guards Hamidou Diallo.
No.
I mean, he's not that same like energy force that he was at the beginning of the season, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let him develop in practice. And then I think you can have a ton of shooting on the court. And I think Abrinas will help a lot. And he'll help in a lot of spots for this team too. The dude played like 25 minutes a game when he was healthy for this team.
Yeah, so I think that'll be a big deal.
It's a big deal.
But I think the other thing that is, and I'm just looking, I'm always going to be a glass half full guy. That's kind of how I function.
Mm-hmm.
So number one is these things happen. Number two is it's effort, and effort's something that should be able to change. And that's why you're right. Like calling upon Russ and Paul George, like you've got to lead this team. Historically, it was guys that were more like that was their role. Nick Collison really is the only one I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same point, this is what is expected of you guys now. So get out there and pull some effort out of your team. The other thing is I was out of town, and so why would they play well if I was out of the country?
They knew you weren't watching.
There's something about it. I don't know.
And honestly, like last night, if LeBron James is in town, they might win the game.
I know. Right.
Yeah.
Like no joke.
It's effort,
like,
man.
no freaking joke.
Totally.
Like, they're gonna show up
I mean,
Saturday afternoon. Like they are.
How many shots did the Lakers hit where it was Alonzo ran off one screen up past the 3-point line and he had a shot and hit it, or Kyle Kuzma moved around a little bit and got himself a little bit of room, and just it was that maintaining any kind of effort from the Thunder defense.
Lots of times that happened.
It just the whole game actually is what that is how that.
A few good things. There were some good things. I thought Terrence Ferguson was fantastic last night. He was hitting threes off the catch. He's defending. Man, he's 20, and
it's still wild. 20.
He is seriously everything the Thunder have ever wanted in a shooting guard. Crazy athlete, can hit threes, can play defense. It's what we've been begging for years. He's good. Like, he is straight up good. He deserves to close games. He's one of the best 5 players on the team right now. That's a huge bright spot because when this team does eventually pick it back up and they start playing defense the right way, they bring the right energy, you have this 3-and-D wing on your team now. You can add Alex to it, and hopefully they can add Andre to it. I mean, Alex and Andre, those guys are, if they can play and be healthy, those are big parts of the rotation that they're missing from this team right now. And if they can come in and play, that helps a lot. I refuse to, like, some people are like, this is just the team we have now.
It's not.
We're just going to go forward with these guys. I'm like, all right, just stop. Like, everybody just, with the NBA, if you've watched enough seasons of the NBA, you should know that you should never get too high or too low with your team.
Absolutely.
I mean, unless you have a roster like the Warriors or like the Suns, you shouldn't get too high or too low about your team. And also, like, you have to remember, like, this is not like the end-all be-all season for this team. Like, they're gonna have next season with this same roster, basically. Like, so they're going to have a chance to build upon it and to figure out, like, roster-wise what does and doesn't work. And they can try to fix some of that in the offseason. Like, just don't freak out. Like, just in general, don't freak out is probably a good way to handle an NBA season.
It's what Jay's talked about before, that football mentality that people in Oklahoma have.
Yep, one game.
Yeah.
One game does not make a season, but
One
it does
game.
in football.
Yeah, but what about 1-5 in the past 6?
Hey, they're not playing well.
It's a concern. I'm concerned about this team. I think that they need to turn it around.
Can I bring up a theory?
Yeah.
Okay.
Donald Trump is a time traveler.
There's a theory.
Just a random theory.
No, okay, here it is. When the team was playing their best defense, Russ was playing his best defense. It was like
Yeah.
Russ was trying really hard. The team is kind of, when Russ tries hard, no one has to pick up for Russ. Now,
Mhm.
Russ's defensive effort has trailed off a little bit.
A lot
His
of it.
offense has picked up. When did Russ's defensive effort start trailing off? When Harden started picking up. Harden's getting all the juice, all the buzz. Harden's getting all these offensive records.
Interesting.
Everyone's
I mean,
talking
I
about
don't
his
believe
threes.
that, but my gosh, that's a good theory.
It's a good theory.
It's
Yeah.
not as good as Donald Trump being a time traveler.
But it's a theory.
No,
He shot the ball 30 times last night.
Yeah.
He made 7 of those 30 shots.
somebody said he was like 2 of 18 or something from 2 point.
It's like they said it's like the only time someone has shot 30 shots in a game and not gotten to 30 points. It's happened twice in NBA history.
Wow.
Don't
Yeah.
tell me both are Russ.
Both are Russell.
This season.
No, it was 2017. Yeah, I mean, it's bad. Okay, here's the thing. I think that we're also another thing that needs to be recognized that I don't know
That's
will be
good,
recognized
Just think.
is that there's a shift that's happening.
Oh, Paul George is the best player on this
Paul
team.
George is the best offensive player and probably defensive player on the team. And he can't have 19 shots to Russell's 30. Like, that should not be a thing. You know how, like, the Rockets and teams with good players, you know how they close games with the ball in the hands of the best player that you know can score, that they can create off the dribble, they can shoot a 3, they can get to the basket, they can make free throws. That's Russell can still be a highly effective player in this league, and he showed that against the Spurs in both those games. But I just don't think he's the guy that needs to be taking 30 shots for this team. If he's taking 19 and Paul George taking 30, maybe they win the game last night. I mean, it's just that can't be a thing anymore.
That's a hard shift, though, man.
It's a hard shift.
But it's-
And he has been really good at it.
he's been working really hard to make.
He's
that
been
reality.
trying.
This season has been really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's not trying to make that shift.
But then James Harden, man,
Turns it on.
You don't think
Russell-
Russ is looking at that? It's always been Russ or James Harden. Russ is better. James Harden's better. Russ is better.
So one positive was the Terrence Ferguson, 21 points on 13 shots, 6 of 12 from 3. He was awesome. He had 2 assists last night too. He's great. Russell Westbrook into the game. Thunder down 3. Lonzo fouls him. Russell just
was it a real foul?
throws up some garbage. I mean, it was yes, it was, because you foul somebody and he's in motion.
Yeah.
He's in the air in motion and he just throws it up. Yes, by the definition, yes, it was continuation. He shot it. It sucks because it's not a basketball play. It's a please let me get to the free throw line play, which is something that happens. It sucks. It's stupid. I get it. If you're a Lakers fan, you think it's garbage. Yeah, it is.
Nobody in the known universe thought Russ was going to make those free throws.
Hell no. I can't believe he made all that.
He made all 3, sent him to overtime. Then the Thunder shot 12 threes in overtime, like missed them all, and then died.
They lost by 10 points.
But
They ended up losing by
Russell
10.
making those 3, I don't know if I was more happy or more mad about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you can do this.
Yeah.
How tired did the Thunder look in overtime?
I don't even know. They looked the freaking same that they did in the
Yeah,
game. They just
shots
missed
were taken
the
out.
threes. They just missed them. They were wide open. They took good shots in overtime.
They really took 12 threes in overtime.
Yeah, they took
Like, that's not
13
an
shots.
exaggeration.
No. They took 13 shots in overtime.
And
12 of them were threes.
Oh, man. They shot 54 threes last night. They shot 50 threes.
Yeah, 54
Combined, I think they
threes.
shot 94 total.
Yes. The Lakers shot 40. 54, and they shot 40% from three.
That's-
Yeah.
So like you can't say that like, oh, the threes are the problem. And you're gonna hear this if you're listening to local radio today. Go ahead and flip over to local radio right now, just by chance that somebody's sitting there talking about how the Thunder took too many threes.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
They shot well from three.
That was not the problem. That was not the
Defense.
problem.
Problem with defense.
The problem is defense. If you score 128 points, that's not your problem. Stop talking about how that's the problem. The problem is that they're not playing defense like they should. They're not giving the necessary effort, and their stars need to get this team playing like they need to be. And they need to stop jacking up stupid shots. They take a lot of stupid shots, but listen, the problem is the defense. That's the problem.
The Thunder score 128 points or 120 regulation. They should win that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you put up more than 112
But that's been
points.
the same thing.
This Thunder haven't. That's enough points to win the game for that team.
Like you look at the Hawks. Like if you score 126 points, you should beat the Hawks by 50.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and the other thing I think from the Lakers, just look, like I said, my evaluation of this team is pretty much box score and then following like intelligent people on Twitter. Because I would wake up in the morning and the game would have been played well.
So then
Sleep.
Luke's retweets of
Yeah.
funny tweets.
Yeah, pretty much. The other thing that's an indicator of how effort is a primary aspect of this. And I know the guy has had games where he's played well, but whenever Zubac has, I don't know how to say his name. Zubac.
Zubat.
Whenever he has 26 points,
He was awesome.
He's good though.
he is. That's what I'm saying. He's good, but that's also an indicator of number one, your bench. Like your bench
Yeah.
not being able to sustain. But also my assumption, and you can clarify this, do they post him up consistently? Is that where he's getting his shots?
He's
Or is he getting him up?
He's a mobile man. He's mobile and he works really hard.
Yeah, he
So
had,
that's what I'm saying.
He had
So-
6 offensive rebounds last night.
Exactly. So
They're
a lot
dumping
of
it off to him. He's not posting.
he's
up.
not
They do-
the focal point of the offense.
No.
He's getting a lot of his shots within the rhythm of the defense. And,
No.
and he's probably the third option or fourth option.
like the freaking 12th option. He's not.
But I'm saying on the second unit or when he's on the floor.
I
Like
mean-
you just got that's an effort. Like just looking at
It's
the
effort.
box score, it looks
Yeah.
like that's an effort issue.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael Beasley showing up.
Super cool bees
With the wrong
shorts.
I mean,
I love
let's
him.
just talk about that for a second.
Mhm.
He walks in, is gonna go into the game. It's not like we had like
Like a different
blue and like lighter blue. They were black shorts. They were wearing their yellow uniforms last night. I mean, try to find me 2 colors that are more different than black and bright yellow.
They are contrasting.
That in a nutshell is why Michael Beasley has not worked out as an NBA player.
Have you? Someone posted a video of him, and he just like has gotten back like on the bench, and he reaches his knees are hurting, so he reaches to rub, but he rubs the players next to him
the
the
wrong
knees
knees.
and doesn't realize it until the player says something to him.
Yeah, it's a great
The
one.
Thunder do have a quick turnaround, and you really hope. So tomorrow they play at 2:30 on Saturday.
It's the best time to go to the dentist.
At Philadelphia.
Tooth hurting. Ow.
Where is it? Oh, 2:30. So they play at 2:30 here against the 76ers on ABC. You really, really want the Thunder to show up tomorrow.
It'd be cool if they win the game.
But I'm saying, like, even if you lose, but the effort is there, that's a hard game to win. Like,
Wait,
They beat the
they play the
Sixers.
Sixers. in
They beat the
Philly.
Sixers 17 times in a row.
Is that a real statement?
Yes.
Holy crap!
Yeah, and Jimmy Butts is scared of Steven Adams. So
You know who's not there? Joel Embiid.
No, Joel Embiid's not scared
And then
of
they
him.
play on Martin
Joel,
Luther King.
please.
I
Joel.
said Joel.
Joel.
I said Joel.
What
You
did I
guys are
say,
saying
Embiid?
Joel.
Joel.
It's Joel.
We're saying it quicker. Joel. Joel.
Joel. So the other thing is the
Joel.
Thunder play. This is what I didn't realize. On Monday, Martin Luther King Day, they played at 11:30
Yeah.
in New York against the Knicks.
Yeah, it's our second Christmas, baby.
They're 100% losing that game.
Bull crap, man.
They're 100%.
They can't. They're not going to go out the night before. I know it.
They're going to lose that game.
They're not.
They're not going to go out the night.
Yes. Hey guys, you know what else is happening on Monday at Chesapeake Energy Arena?
Monday Night Raw.
Very excited. I'll be there. Hey. You know, hey. You know what else I'm excited for? Anthem Beer, an Oklahoma City brewery that we're big fans of here at Down to Dunk. Whether it's their Golden One, IPA, Arjuna, Ouroboros, or OK Pills, all available at any local liquor store. Liquor store, or one of their unique concoctions available only at their tap room downtown. Anthem beers will take your night from good to great. Heck, they'll take your afternoon or a football tuggy or a basketball game from good to great.
Oh yeah, go get yourself a little afternoon delight. Anthem.
Support those that support us. Anthem beer.
That's good.
Anthem Brewing Company. Made on Earth by humans. Hey guys, let's ask some Twitter questions.
You guys.
I will say this: I had friends that went and got a growler, a rotted IPA.
Yeah.
They had it, and they had this little cool thing that you can pump, and it puts carbon, like it really makes it continue to stay good. So
Mhm.
good.
The growlers are awesome.
A pumper.
It's like one of those kettles that you put coffee in.
All right.
Without headphones on, it's a different experience with you, man.
Really?
Our first Twitter question is at the PT Prophet, who wants to know: are there any of the Down to Dunk members that are also members of, and he can't believe this even exists, but the portion of the fan base that thinks Steven Adams is a bad defender and that we'd be better off with Nerlens?
No.
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 Why do we?
Andrew, you are. Oh my gosh.
Dangerous game.
No, it's one of the dumber takes that exists on the internet. To be
It's
honest,
just because Noel's a shot blocker, and that's not natural for Adams.
yeah, he does. He's a shot blocker, stealer. He's a stats guy when he plays minutes and he's playing well. But if you think that you could just trade Steven Adams for somebody and just we'll pay Nerlens in the offseason, okay?
Yeah.
Well, please just watch. Just take a game to watch everything that he does. Just watch, please. And that's all I ask.
Yeah. Without Steven Adams, you think the defense is in trouble now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just the stuff that he does in coverage and pick and roll, and the way he switches and helps. He's basically the quarterback on the defense. The whole game he's talking and
Yes.
moving people to the right places. And Nerlens is not that. Nerlens is a great shot blocker. He's ultra athletic.
he's a good defender. Like
He's really good with his
he's a
hands.
good-
He's
good
a
player.
great. He's not a great defender though. He just is great at those things. Like Nerlens will get lost in pick and rolls. Nerlens gets lost a lot of times.
He's been
just,
good.
yeah, but he's not. He's
been good.
It's like night and day. But the difference is the contrasting style of
Mhm.
play.
Yeah, I don't know, Jay.
I guess I have a question.
I don't.
though.
I've seen Nerlens get lost too many times trying to move from place to
Yeah,
place.
but I mean, most centers do.
not Adams. Rarely does Adams.
I know what I'm
That's-
just saying that
some-
he's not a bad
Okay,
defender.
valid. He's not a bad defender, but he's not Steve.
He's not a great defense. Steven Adams is a great defensive player. I think that Nerlens is a fine defensive
Sure.
player that has highlights.
that is good at the things that look like great defense.
Yeah,
That's the point.
he's Marcus Camby.
Man, he was.
It's like poor man's Marcus Camby. Remember Marcus Camby won Defensive Player of the Year? And if Marcus Camby existed in this NBA, he'd be like a backup center probably.
He's like Hassan Whiteside.
It's amazing.
If you have friends that say Steven Adams is a bad defender, ask them this question: did you think Steven Adams was a bad defender when the perimeter players were playing defense, or are you just thinking that now when no one else is playing good defense?
Yeah, if Steven Adams looks bad, it's often because there have been like 3 mistakes made before the
Yeah.
player gets to him.
Absolutely.
So he will have bad games, but if you think that Steven Adams is the problem on defense, I don't know how to help you.
Yeah, 90% of the reason that Steven is ever out of place is because he's working to try to cover up for somebody else.
And he's overhelping this season. That's a problem that I feel like he's had this season a lot. Is he overhelps and he leaves guys like Zubac open, Zubac underneath the basket open because he feels like he needs to help. And that's I feel like that has been a mistake
That
he
has to be
been
that,
making.
but that's a.
I feel like he's making the mistake. I don't think that he needs to. I think
You think
there's
it's
often
coaching as well, like because of their
I
emphasis
don't-
on the 3-point line that you want to stay up on the perimeter.
It's not even that he's going that far out
Yeah,
some of
he's
the
just overhelping.
times. I just feel like he overhelps sometimes, and it hurts the team. And maybe there's times that he needs to help, certainly, but I think he overhelps. So it's not like he's not a perfect defender, but to say that he's the reason the defense isn't any good and that Nerlens would do better is just very dumb. It's very dumb.
Dang, you just got called out by Amber.
Dang, let's move on to our next
Bang.
Twitter question. It comes from at Johnny Ho 34, who wants to know which Stephen Adams commercial do you prefer, smashing steaks or and one? Also, what foods do you smash, mate?
That beef one.
It's no contest, really.
It's really funny.
It's wild.
And I would be a steak smasher.
You smash?
I love steak.
Smash.
I'm cutting out red meat from my diet though for maybe the whole.
Good man,
year.
you're also helping the world. I really like that commercial.
I don't want to get into this.
No, we don't. I won't. I really like. And Steven was very funny in that commercial. There it is. I'll just. That's all.
What foods do you smash?
Methane from cattle, man. It's killing the world. Nothing else.
Methane from Luke is killing the world.
That's true. You know what I smash? Carl's Jr.
Oh,
I smash it. I smash. Oh, you're a Carl's Jr. guy. Let's go,
Huge
man.
fan.
You know
I
what?
can't. I'm not eating red meat for a while.
how much?
Uh,
So like, how much is it cost the same to eat at Carl's Jr. as it does to eat at like the garage though?
No. It's way more.
no, garage is way more.
No.
No, Carl's Jr. is way more.
To buy a double Western
Shut
bacon
up,
cheeseburger,
Luke.
it's like $10.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I'm
yes,
saying. Like, that's where I'm just like,
You know,
The hard part for me though, man, is there's a chance that I mean, it's hard for me to make a choice between the sticky finger
Oh
from the
my
garage and double Western bacon.
that's a
cheeseburger.
hard choice.
you know where.
Mm,
is the best
However,
type of
you
burger.
know the difference between a garage burger and the Carl's Jr.
It's
burger
real meat.
I prefer garage.
is that I
Sure.
can eat, and it is less messy to eat the Carl's Jr. hamburger in my car, which is where I eat 90% of my Carl's Jr.
I respect that.
What would I smash? What would you guys smash? I always smash some sour cream and onion ruffles. Oh man, I freaking
Wow.
smash them all back.
Sour cream and onion. One thing we've never really talked about is chip flavors. Sour cream
Okay.
and onions in the running for my top chip flavors.
It's good.
They're so solid.
So solid.
Have you ever had a bad bag of sour cream and onion chips?
No. Premium sour cream and onion. I like
There's
that.
just not a bad bag of them. There's not a bad batch anywhere in the whole
Are there
world.
bad? Do you get bad bags of anything?
Yeah, the cheddar and sour cream ones. Sometimes you're like,
just
too much sour cream, not enough cheddar. in this
Really?
batch. Yeah, man. You can have a really
I
good
can
batch.
smash some chips, man. Spicy, sweet and spicy Doritos.
Oh,
Purple bag.
those are good.
I don't know that I've ever had a
kettle
bag.
cooked
Jalapeno.
jalapeno.
Oh,
I mean, if I open the bag, there's a good chance I eat the entire bag.
Without a doubt. They're so good.
those are ridiculous.
My only problem is
brother.
that there's never enough in there. In
No.
the little bags.
Okay, so here, let me do this. Instead of letting Andrew answer the question, let's all try to figure out what you think Andrew smashes. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
Oh, well, yeah,
Anything
that's-
I mean, I do.
Andy's frozen custard smashes.
I do. Cereal.
Smash.
Cereal, yes.
Smash.
Cereal. I honestly, I do think that what you like, the food you smash is the food you eat most in your car, and for you, it is cereal.
Yeah, it's been much less frequent in the last
Good,
9
that's
months.
nice.
Because
But yeah.
cut cereal out.
Oh no, I mean heck no. But
Just eat it at home.
Heck no.
I just don't eat as much cereal. But yeah, I could smash a ton of cereal.
Do that.
Any cereal.
Cereal may be the one thing that I could. Speaking of a bag of chips, you open it up. Like I could sit down right now with a normal box of cereal and eat the whole thing
Yeah,
Really?
without even thinking.
and it would be great.
It would be
I'm
amazing.
definitely more of
I go lay on
a
Luke's couch.
savory and
Yeah.
salt guy. If it's salty
Yeah,
stuff,
okay.
I'll kill it. Sweet stuff, I will get tired of it. But if I like a big bag of Ruffles, I could eat the whole
Yeah,
thing. in
yeah.
one
You
sitting.
couldn't eat like a big bag of M&Ms, like the whole thing.
No.
you could eat a whole
I
big bag of
couldn't do
chips.
that.
Oh yeah.
I could make a dent in it.
You could,
Not
but
the
you
whole
could not
bag.
eat the whole bag.
I don't know if I could eat a whole bag of chips.
I think I could.
No.
I feel pretty bad, but
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you don't feel good after, but
no. But you could you? Could you smash?
hey
I don't
guys,
know.
Highly smashable.
let's
It's
move,
really
It is funny. It's
It's really good.
move on to our next
I'll
question.
smash steaks all the time.
Oh yeah, man. I smash things all the time. That's really what it sounded like.
Hey guys, our next Twitter question is food based as well. It is from at Neil
What's the
Brula.
chance Steve didn't know he was doing a commercial? Somebody's just like, hey, just tell me about what you think about steaks. Oh, love sticks.
I'm smashing
Smash
that.
all the time.
That's right. You want me to lean against this truck right over here, mate? All right, man. Talk about sex, mate. Ask me questions I always anything.
He's great, man. He's
He
so
is
great.
really
Too bad he's such a bad defender.
Oh, man.
Trade that.
Trade him
Trade him for Zubac.
Hey guys, at Neil Brula asks, ice cream, milkshakes, soft serve, froyo. If one of these was off limits
That sound
for
like
the
a
rest
rap
of
verse.
it is. If one of these was off limits for the rest of your life, which would you be fine getting rid of?
Do the list again because it did sound like a rap line.
Ice cream, milkshakes, soft serve, froyo. Which one of these do you want to get rid of? If
What's
it's
the
off
difference
limits?
between soft serve and froyo?
So froyo is like you go to like Orange Leaf. Soft serve is what you get out of the.
Like a McDonald's.
But
cone.
at Brahms, they call their soft serve frozen yogurt.
Sure.
So what am
Well-
I supposed to do about that?
So just classify it.
Get out of here. You
This is
leave the
it.
house.
That was the end.
What the hell am I supposed to do with that?
Guys, is okay at Brahms, is it soft serve or froyo?
No, it's not froyo. At
Is it
Brahms.
soft serve?
It's the same thing.
It is.
Froyo
It actually
is.
is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Yes,
is. It is frozen yogurt in their soft serve.
It is.
Okay, but soft serve. McDonald's has soft serve. It's
Yeah,
not
McDonald's
yogurt.
isn't even milk.
I didn't even mention McDonald's.
It didn't come out of his mouth
Okay.
once.
Did I say that? No.
We're talking about a tweet, not what
My
you
favorite
were
thing.
saying.
My favorite thing.
You're not answering my question.
Can we talk for a minute that like the Thunder are just in this downward spiral of not playing defense, and we're just like, hey, you know what? We should talk about food.
What are we supposed
I
to
don't
talk
wanna-
about?
This is way
But
more
you don't say it
interesting.
like I don't want to deal with this right now.
Let's talk about this. This is way more.
I'm getting rid of soft serve.
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
I never eat soft serve.
Get it out of
Are you
here.
getting rid of frozen yogurt?
Yeah, I don't eat that crap.
It's the same thing.
Ice.
It's the
I eat
same
frozen
thing.
custard, you morons. Freddy's, eat it or beat it, kid.
Yeah, I'd probably get rid of soft serve.
Honestly, if you set three things in front of me, you're like, one is ice cream, one is soft serve, one is froyo.
And one's a milkshake.
I'd be like, well, I know what the milkshake is.
You know what
The
ice
rest-
cream was. I don't think that you
Ice
could
cream
tell that.
scooped.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
Okay.
It's a different
soft
shape.
serve and froyo. I'm like,
Same
what?
thing.
Right.
But I will say this:
That's-
out of all four of
That's
those
what I'm
options,
so mad about.
milkshake,
Smash a milkshake.
smashing.
I could smash a milkshake. Actually, I could smash a malt.
Malt, you're such a dad. You two dads love malt.
We do. There's like a change in my life where I would go all of a sudden to Brahms to get butter pecan malts, and I'm like, I have become my father.
They're
That's
great.
exactly what my dad gets.
It's what every dad gets.
They're great.
What is the deal with that?
It's
I want to
delicious.
do like an
It's a
actual.
combination of sweet and savory.
It's
A little malt
delicious.
changes the
You
flavor.
should just try it, and then it'll change
and
your
then you'll
life.
become a dad.
Then
We
you'll
need a
stop being such
peer-reviewed.
man
We
fuck
need a
cake.
peer-reviewed study on why dads all like butter pecan malts.
You know what a huge dad food is also? Peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle's great.
Dads love it. Dads love it. You know what else dads love? Baby Ruths.
they
Yeah,
do.
I'm
yeah.
out on baby.
Dad
Ruths.
loves that stuff. Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question.
Have you ever had pecan brittle?
No,
No.
that sounds so much better.
Oh,
than peanut
my,
brittle.
it's so much better.
Why are we moving
100%
on
better.
From the fun questions, man.
Keep going, Luke.
Okay, our next Twitter question is from
Next
at
question.
next question.
Trav_is_funny, who wants to know most likely to be on the Thunder for 2 to 3 seasons. Dennis, Nerlens, or Nader. He would love to get Nerlens back. We had to choose this one.
I think if any of them are there, naming Nader for 3 seasons.
I don't think any of them
I
will
don't
be,
think so
to be
either.
honest.
If you could pick one, who would you want?
If I could choose one,
I love Schroeder.
He just isn't a bad.
oh, it's a tough question. It's a tough question. If I could have Nerlens on that contract for the next 3 years, I would do that.
That's true. What?
Right.
1 point something?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That'd be great.
Hey, so what are one of the things I haven't paid attention to? What is the team saying about this stretch? Like, I haven't been able to follow even what their interviews are looking like. Like, are you getting any idea or how they're feeling? Are they
They
frustrated?
know it's an effort thing. Yeah, they're frustrated, but they're not. There's not like any
Panic.
locker room like discord or anything like that.
The
They're
players only meeting hasn't happened yet.
oh my goodness, like they're not like the Celtics that are like imploding all over the media in Boston. Like they're all like they're sticking together. They're gonna be. I really think this team is gonna be fine. Which I know there's some people out there are gonna be super mad that I say that, but I just
You always think that.
think that's just the case. I just don't think that you can get too low in these moments. And I made the mistake of getting too low at the beginning of the season when they lost 4 in a row.
That's because we were just always so excited.
I know, it just
Well,
hurt me so
They
bad.
also
But
played
listen,
so bad.
yeah, but I'm just saying you can't get too low. With a team like this that has the talent that they have, just crap like this happens.
Right.
But anyways, if I could have one of those players for 3 years,
Mhm.
I would probably agree with Nerlens. I think you can find a backup point guard. I don't think that. I think that Schroeder. I think you don't want a guy that's a little bit bigger than Schroeder as like a permanent backup for Russell. But Schroeder's been good. I like him. He's had a bad stretch, but overall, I like him.
Yeah. I'll never forget that Warriors game where he was
He was awesome.
incredible.
He's won some games for them this
He's
year.
good, man.
He's good.
He's a good man.
He's a skater boy.
He's good, man. He's a skater boy.
Hey guys, let's move on to our next
Is he really?
Twitter question.
He had
Yeah.
a German skate crew.
He lives like a mile from here, by the way.
What? Where's he?
Sure.
Let's go.
Nichols Hills?
Get him over
Just
here.
right, like literally on this side of Nichols Hill.
Do you see him skating around or something?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, sick.
Longboarding.
I always see him hitting ollies.
Hitting
our next-
ollies.
Yes. Yep.
You sounded just like his game.
Yeah.
Hey.
Popping wheelies.
Moving to our next Twitter question. First, shout out to @Heath__21 who mentions the defense. And
He's so mad. We
Zubac
answered all your
having
questions. Heath,
20 plus
earlier.
points. We talked about that earlier. So our next Twitter question is from @RyanWinkle7, who wants to know if we have any tips on when and where to get photos with Thunder players before a game.
So they
You tried the
open,
locker room?
you can go into the locker
Open
room,
access.
just run in there real fast. The only person standing guard of the locker room is this 70-year-old man. I'm not joking. I'm being dead serious. The security guard is like the super old dude that just sits there,
However,
It's
he has
serious.
a gun.
and he will kill you.
Mhm. He's
Um,
cold murder.
Here's what you should do. If you've never done this, if you're a Thunder fan, you can do this. You can go, so they open the doors 2 hours before tip. If you rush in, you can go where they come out of the tunnel, and some players will stop and sign autographs and take pictures. And you can do that before any Thunder game. You can also do it with the opposing players as well. So if you're into that,
Like Derrick Rose?
like Derrick Rose, all-star Derrick Rose.
I love your first one. I love it.
But for real, you can do that. You can go take pictures with them. And you can get autographs, and there's people that do that a lot. I've done it before back in the day.
Embarrassing. Just kidding.
It was great. It was fun.
Do you know?
I got like 12 things signed by James Harden his rookie season. Yeah.
Do you have them?
I ran into him
Mhm.
at Target
You ran
That's
into
his
him.
first year. Like literally, I turned down the aisle
He was,
and I catch eyes with him. And I'm
and the
like,
thing is, like, if you can get a young player that like blows up like that, those guys never. Like, here's the thing: you will never ever get Russell Westbrook or Paul George to do that now. Impossible.
Yeah.
It will not happen.
it's like when Andrew ran into DeAndre Jordan at the airport.
That's right.
You're DeAndre Jordan. He goes, you know who I am?
You know who I am? So yeah, you're the third string center
That's
for the
wild.
Clippers, man. You're behind Chris Kaman and Marcus Camby right now.
That's pretty crazy now.
It's pretty crazy now. But yeah, you can
Luke
go
sees him at the club all the time.
like guys that will for
That's
sure stop.
crazy.
Like Nader will for sure stop and talk to you. Patterson will.
Dre will.
Dre, if he's there, he hasn't been there doing that lately. Steve, maybe, but you're gonna get, Diallo, guys like that. So, but if you're trying to get something with Russell or Paul or even Steve, like you won't. Jeremy will be out there. Alex will be out there.
Do you know if the same thing works for Monday Night Raw on Monday? Because I'd like to get some pictures with some wrestlers.
Probably.
Good question.
I
Yeah,
think
they're
so.
probably out there warming up their moves.
Yeah, before tip. 2 hours before tip.
Go in there 2 hours before Raw time.
It's actually not tip, it's slam.
All you need to
Oh,
do is
so-
go in there, go find this, go to the Skirvin, sit at the Skirvin.
Actually,
Watch them walk in
if
and
you
out.
follow them on Instagram, which I follow some of them, if you go to like a local Planet Fitness, they'll all be there working out during the day
Getting a pump
because
on.
they get getting.
Do they have some kind of like sponsorship with Planet Fitness?
Sure.
No, I
The
think
wrestlers?
I think Planet Fitness is just everywhere in the United States, and so they all have stuff there, so they just go there.
Here's the thing, though.
Come by.
A membership at Planet Fitness is only a membership at that location. So
That's not true.
that's absolutely
Well, I
true.
think they signed.
Sure.
Then they probably signed a deal with them. I think it's everyone.
You
but I
kind
know
of
guys are wrong.
quickly backed out of that one, huh?
I think you guys are wrong, but I'm not sure, so I'll concede. Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. And it's
That's a YMCA thing, though.
Yeah, it's all
Member at the
everywhere.
Y. You're a member at the Y everywhere.
Why memberships are very expensive.
Yeah, too
Like
expensive.
Planet Fitness is like $9 a month.
Yeah.
Why? It's like $250.
God,
It's not
that's
that
so
much.
not true.
It's not
It's
true at all.
It's
like
at
60
least-
I'm a member at the Y.
65
Member at the Y
bucks
right
a
here.
person, and then it's like 120 maybe for your whole family.
That
And
is
if you
so
if
much.
you enroll your whole
That's
family,
so much still.
That's
They have-
groceries.
y'all
They
have
have
lost your mind.
childcare.
Remember one day,
Sorry, I gotta eat. You want me to not get groceries 1 week?
They have
any sports,
childcare. They
any
have
sports your kids want to play, they get an amazing discount playing through the Y.
and they
I
have
know.
classes you can
You
do.
guys aren't
They
right.
have
You muted
so
me.
many things that you can do at the
Racquetball?
YMCA.
This
It's
is
fun.
this is
to stay
illegal.
at the
How is this-
YMCA.
You ever played racquetball?
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Have you played racquetball?
Yeah.
I started playing racquetball.
How have
about
you
the same
guys
time
muted
that I
me
started
about
eating
this?
Butterfinger malts or butter pecan malts.
Yeah.
So
It was like
expensive.
this old man.
You know how much the gym is down the road? $9.
Yeah, and you don't go.
No,
I
but
do.
I could. But I could if I wanted to.
But
Hey.
they also don't have a pool. They don't have blah, blah, blah.
They don't have
Here's
a
my
pool.
here's my problem with YMCA.
That's why I want to go to YMCA.
They don't
I want a
childcare.
pool.
You haven't been. That's your problem. You haven't been.
No, I have been.
When?
You don't go to the Y.
I go to the one with my brother sometimes as a guest, bro.
because all the naked men in the locker room.
That's
No,
a real
really
thing.
If
That's
you
a
pay
real
that, if you pay that much and you have kids, they should just be able to get stuff within the membership, like a discount on kids stuff.
No, I'm saying like you may not. The cost for a member versus a non-member for sports leagues is like half, if not more. Like it's a huge discount.
Guys, we have to move on to our
No,
next
it's
Twitter
important.
No.
question.
We are answering real questions.
This is not.
Listen, we all agree Gold sucks, right? Gold's Gym
I don't know. I've never
Bros, that's
been.
what the bros.
blows, but
Oh my god.
Dude.
All right, guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from @YoungChanning, who says he hopes this makes the Fry Pod. Well, guess what? Your wish is my command.
and my mic's not
A
working.
guy on
be for
NBA
a
The
while.
Jump said triple doubles aren't anything anymore. Is this a snub towards Westbrook by a media member? He didn't say Russ's name, but triple
was
doubles
it?
are and will always be a thing.
Do you know who it was?
I don't know who it was, but it's becoming so frustrating. Zach Lowe is even on this train now, which is super frustrating. Don't touch that.
Do it. I want to
Yeah.
talk crap on
No.
Haberstroh.
No, we're not talking about Haberstroh today.
It's anytime there's a statistics conversation.
We're gonna. So Zach Lowe wouldn't let who was he on the podcast with the other day?
Kevin Arnovitz.
Kevin Arnovitz. He wouldn't let Kevin Arnovitz use Russell averaging a triple double as a reason for him being an all-star. He wouldn't let him do it because Arnovitz was about to say it, and he's like, "Don't do it, don't do it," on the podcast. And I'm just like, okay, listen. It hadn't been done for 53 years, and then Russell did it, and he did it twice in a row, and now he's doing it for a third season. And there has not been anybody in that span of 55 years now that has ever done it. No one else, not one other person in the NBA ever. And we act like it's something that is commonplace, and that is wrong. It's not commonplace. No one else averaged. If it was so commonplace, we'd have like 4 or 5 guys averaging triple doubles. They would be happening every night, and they're not. They're not happening every night. So we can't act like it's not an achievement, that it's not a cool thing. It's just a group think that's happening within smart NBA media to say that it doesn't mean anything. When honestly, before Oscar Robertson was like praised because he averaged a triple double for a season. Like, oh, it'll never be done. What an amazing accomplishment. Now Russell Westbrook does it. Oh, it means nothing. It's just something we created, isn't it? All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Thank you. I totally agree with you. What I'm starting to see, even Zach Lowe is guilty of this. When the general NBA base likes something, they have to figure out how that's not that important. So here's Russell Westbrook. People ended up loving Russell Westbrook all over the nation. People like the general NBA population loved Russell Westbrook. These smart guys have to now figure out how to not like Russell Westbrook because they have to be smarter than general pop. Now, James Harden is not generally liked by most NBA fans. I think that people would say like, no, we don't like watching him. What's happening now all of them are figuring out how to be like, no, you guys don't know what you're talking about. James Harden's actually great to watch. He's very fun to watch. And I'm not even just talking about KOC. It's Zach Lowe. Haberstroh is working overtime to make sure that like he makes James Harden so special. James Harden's great, by the way. James Harden is so
He's a great player.
He's a great player.
He deserves to win the MVP.
All anyone is saying is he's not fun to watch. He isn't fun to watch.
It's not fun to watch.
Pretty objective.
Yeah.
You know, and you can say it's subjective, but you're deciding that you really like stats over like the aesthetic of basketball.
Like watching. Like, does anybody like watching free throws?
Right.
Like I don't. Do you like watching one guy do everything? I mean, he is really the only guy on his team right now, and like he deserves all the credit. He deserves to win the MVP. He deserves all the accolades that he's going to get, but it doesn't mean he's fun to watch.
Right. And like, is his handle really good? Yes, his handle's good.
He's really good.
Best? Is he the best step back three player ever? Which, by the way, it's like everyone's like James Harden's the best step back 3-point player of all time. It's like, when has that ever even been like a category to talk? I mean, I get it, but it's so weird that you're all talking about it like.
I think it's Luka.
I think it's Luka too. Also, Luka.
People are out of control with him.
People out of control.
But he's great.
I'm out of control.
I'm out of control as well.
Yeah.
It feels fun to be out of control.
He's the most fun. Like, it does feel fun to be out of control.
It feels fun to.
I haven't felt like this since watching Dame's rookie year.
Yeah.
Luka.
Yeah.
It's that fun, man.
It's
All
fun.
the step backs, great offensive player.
Mark Cuban.
Hey guys, let's
Seems
move
like a
on
good
to our
guy.
next Twitter.
Does seem like a good
guy.
Jr. is going to get traded.
But he's not though.
He's got a sore backside.
That's his butt. Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from @Ben_Kurt.
We didn't have to add that.
Yeah.
We kind of all assumed that.
Who wants to know if he sees any of us 4 or 6 with @Mikey Bear and @AlBabyCakes in public? Is it cool if I approach you and thank you for your influence in developing Thunder fandom?
Absolutely.
I say yes.
If you see Michele, enjoy Italy.
Enjoy Italy. It's beautiful.
Or Vegas. He'll be at Vegas.
It's also beautiful this time of year. Vegas.
Are we going Summer League?
Oh my God. That would
I
be
don't know. Maybe.
Hey, the answer to
I'll
this,
put it all on a credit card and just debt for my life. I swear to God, I'll take debt for my life.
you know what you should do? Put all of it on your credit card and then just go bankrupt.
It's
You don't
easy,
have
and
to
then you don't have to pay anything.
Yeah.
And then your money problems go
And then
away.
you just start over again.
Well,
Never
it
own a
doesn't
house,
matter.
but-
It's not like I have to go, I don't know.
I agree.
To it. It's not like I have to go.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hey,
Let's do that.
I would live pod constantly during the
Oh my God.
Hey, but guys, so are we all on the yes that we can
go to Vegas. Yeah,
Okay, no, that we can be approached.
My
Are we
wife wanted to
approachable,
go to
or
that
are
one.
we
yeah.
Russell
Absolutely.
Westbrook?
Totally approachable.
Paul
just
George?
realize that we're gonna feel super awkward because it's still a dream / oddity that you listen and you enjoy it, and that you like. I mean, it means so much to me still. Like every time that somebody would recognize me or whatever, I see a shirt or whatever, it means a ton. And so
Mhm.
come and say hi. Where most of us are nice guys. Luke's not.
Well, also,
Luke's probably the guy you would see most actually
Right.
out
I
and
see.
about. If you're gonna find me at my house.
I saw
Which
someone.
don't do that.
Someone said something to me right before midnight on New Year's Eve, and I was like, "Do I kiss on?" I guess.
I guess so.
But seriously, say hi. If
Yeah, say
you're
hi.
in Portland, I thought one of the coolest stories I read in the last week was when Fred was in London and
Mhm.
just walking around, and some dude listened to him on Dream Team podcast. I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah.
Alex, when the Thunder came to Portland, at the end of the game, he was just like, "Hey, if you're a Thunder fan in Portland, come out to this bar." And a lot of people went.
Did they really?
Yeah. One of my good friends saw
That's
that.
so cool.
So it's very cool. We do this because we like to talk about
For
Thunder
real.
basketball. So
We
if you
started
come
doing
up
this
and talk
'cause we-
Thunder to us. Guess
Yeah.
what?
It's not
We're gonna
weird.
like
It
it.
is not weird to come talk to us.
No.
Also, if you see me at Monday Night Raw, come talk to me,
Yeah, me too.
guys. Oh my gosh! Hey, I have one final question for you. However, before I ask it, I want to talk about Oklahoma shirt.
I know. I saw him. I saw these tweets that were like, if BuzzFeed is.
Hey, if you got shirt printing needs, if you got a book club, if you got a bachelor party, if you've got a church group, anything like that, they can help you design and print shirts. Also, they have their Shirt of the Month Club. For $10, you get an Oklahoma State themed shirt. Also, if you want one of the following states,
Missouri, Kansas, Arkansas, Texas.
Idaho.
they also have a Shirt of the Month Club.
New England.
New shirt
The
every
state of
month
Michigan.
shipped to you for
Is that on
$10. For signing up, you get an introductory shirt. Support those that support us. Oklahoma Shirt Company. Great. Hey guys, I have one final question. Would you or you mentioned RP?
I'm FTP.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Lay it on
but I went to Israel with the church group last 10 days, and was flying home from Tel Aviv to San Francisco. What?
You did the bang bang. Oh, you don't have your ears on.
No, I
You said I went to Tel Aviv. I went to Israel with the church group. Bang bang.
Dang it. Man. Oh, man, I can't wait to do this. So on the flight back, I upgraded to like Economy Plus, which gives you like 5 inches of legroom or something like that. So, and I'm right next to the bathroom, and the bathroom the whole time. Number one, it's on long flights. It's a 15-hour flight, and on long flights, it is constant people in and out of that bathroom. And the flush, I couldn't sleep. 15 hours couldn't sleep because it was just constantly making this noise. That's what the toilet was saying. It literally. But it was one of those things where it was like anytime I fall asleep, the toilet would flush and it would go.
Yeah, those airplanes, it does just one big.
And I just would.
You know, I'd
Be
be
dead
dumping.
asleep, and
It's
it was-
just dumping it in the air.
Surely
You didn't
that's
have
what's
earplugs?
happening, right? No, I'm telling you, it would like rattle my seat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was
you
right
ask-
next to the bathroom.
Did you ask to get moved?
No.
Jay.
No, there wasn't a whole lot of seats. Only seats that were open in my section were middle seats, and I'd rather
So,
not ever.
you'd rather
So on a
just suffer.
15-hour flight, is every person on the plane eventually dumping?
No, I didn't.
I didn't.
Really? So you try to go right before, or you like?
I haven't.
I just
no.
didn't need to go.
You just-
Jay hasn't pooped in 3 weeks.
yeah, how
Nah.
often do you poop, man? Mine's like
Did you
once
did you have
a day.
movie stuff?
Oh yeah.
So I went to flew into South Africa, freaking fly forever. And the movies didn't work on the way there.
Oh,
No joke. All the screen in front of us, it just showed the trajectory of the plane. That's it.
And you didn't have anything downloaded or nothing. Yeah,
And
because you thought they had-
this was 2000. What was it? 2010 maybe. And so like all I had was like an iPod.
there would have been a revolt.
Did you know that was almost a decade ago?
I had a
But
buddy that watched.
all I had was the silver original iPod. It was an iPod video,
Yeah.
and I think the only thing I had on it was an episode of Jackass.
I had a buddy that literally 15-hour flight, 5 movies he watched. That's
See,
too much. That's too much.
but it would have been
watch that.
nice to have the option to do that. On the way
Right.
back, we had it, but on the way there, they're like, "I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. There's no entertainment."
That's at
Oh
least.
my
I mean,
gosh.
10 hours, 12 hours of a plane.
It was longer because we flew into Senegal, and then these dudes came on to the plane with like machine guns. I like woke up and there was like this guy standing there and ah!
Right. I don't sleep
Um,
on planes normally anyway, but
refuel and then flying to South Africa. But yeah, it took forever. Seemed like double forever without a movie.
I can imagine. So I was miffed and peeved.
Yeah.
You miffed?
Yeah. Gotta take the wife's car into the car shop.
Oh no.
I think it's gonna be my wife.
Where are you taking it? Do you have a guy? Do you have a
her,
guy?
Her uncle has a guy. Yeah.
Okay.
And her uncle does not pay money for things,
Mhm.
and so I trust this
He
guy.
pays carrots for things.
He barters.
He pays with his fists. So it's like he thinks it's transmission.
Oh no,
Yikes.
that's not
Let's
good.
just sell the car.
So let's just double our debt, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I will say this. Since you're now in the place where you're going to take my wife's car to the mechanic, just pick up a butter pecan malt on the way over there.
I'm not a dad yet, though. I might be a dad.
No, but that's just kind of an old man thing to do.
Oh my god. I might be a dad.
My son had the stomach bug this week and it sucked so bad. So my whole week was just me either washing my hands or just trying to clean things so that nobody else in my house got sick.
Your
That
life
was-
sounds awful right now.
It was a sucky week.
You need a butter pecan.
I need to go get myself a butter pecan malt.
from Freddy's.
They do have butter pecan there, and it is incredible from
Andy's. It's called Andy's.
Ah!
They do have incredible butter pecan.
So good.
Ooh.
Hey, we're still talking. Goodbye, everyone.
Do you guys like Freddy's though?
No. Freddy's is so bad.
No, it's
like
not. It's
Freddy's.
great. I love it.
That was the ultimate mute button.